Jimmy?
I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. If we could please remain standing, I'd like to have a moment of silence for the passing of one of our deputies and longtime friend, Mr. Eddie Mitchell, and also to Rick Billack, who we lost, who was a friend of all of ours, and Carol knew him very well. So to their families, I would just like to have a moment of silence, please. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh my gosh. It's like nobody wants.
Somebody
to
come
out.
today.
That's good. We'll be.
You know why? Dave's not here.
Entertainment.
He's our-
Poor guy had to go to a funeral.
Yeah, Dave's absent, as you can well see, that he had to go to a funeral. A family friend tragically lost their life, so Dave won't be with us today. Okay, well, with that being said, public comments. Well, I got to open a meeting up. I'm sorry. Welcome. This is number 42, Mahoning County Commissioners Board Meetings. It is approximately 10:05 a.m., October 28th, 2021. And with that being said, any public comments? No? Okay. I will ask for a motion to approve previous minutes of board meeting number 41 and approval of bills for payment.
So moved.
Second, roll call.
Commissioner Remedy Agati,
Yes.
Commissioner Trafficante.
Yes. Journal entry number 1.
Motion approved journal entry number 1.
Second, roll call.
Commissioner Remedy Agati,
Yes.
Commissioner Trafficante.
Yes. Moving on, we have agreements A through D and letter A, Audrey.
Commissioners, this is a memorandum of understanding with the clerk of courts to transfer money from the Certificate of Title Administration Fund to the general fund, and this is per the Ohio Vice Code.
Thank you, Audrey. Letter B, facilities purchasing, Mr. Fortunato.
Good morning, everyone. This is an agreement with M&A Building and Maintenance to replace the sills on the atrium at Oak Hill. What's happening is it hangs out the second floor side of the building. It's leaking and the water's going down into the Board of Elections. MA is a company we use for courthouse restoration preservation, and they did a good job. So we're recommending them for this.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, job and family, Tom Babnick. Tom,
Good morning, everyone.
All
Okay,
right, Tom.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes. Very clearly.
Okay. Our Adult Protective Services Unit applied for and was awarded 2021 Consolidated Appropriations Act Adult Protective Services funds to enhance the services during the COVID-19 pandemic. One of the approved expenditures was for community outreach. Item C is an agreement with WFMJ to run a series of ads intended to reach seniors and the general public in our community. The ads provided information about our Adult Protective Services Unit and how to reach them if their services are needed. The amount is for $5,670 and is non-general fund.
okay, thank you. And letter D.
These also me. These are using the same funds as described in item C. This is an agreement with Meals on Wheels to deliver meals to our seniors who are clients of our Adult Protective Services Unit. Meals on Wheels will deliver a hot meal and a bag lunch to seniors who are shut in and unable to provide for themselves during the COVID-19 pandemic. The amount is for $3,656.25 and is also non-general fund.
Okay, thanks, Tom. Motion?
Motion to approve number 2 agreements A through D.
Second, roll call?
Commissioner Remedy Agati,
Yes.
Commissioner Trafficante.
Yes. Moving on, appointments, 3A, I'll do that. Appoint the following individuals to serve on the Mahoning County Board of Developmental Disabilities effective January 1st, 2022 for 4-year term. Mr. Pete Knoll and Miss Andrea Patton.
Bill Whitaker.
Bill Whitaker. Okay, Bill, you're up.
Hi, good morning, Commissioners. I just wanted to come on and say thank you for the reappointment of these board members. These are great board members. All 5 board members you appoint do an incredible job for us, volunteering their time But especially, I was glad that they were willing to serve again, and consistency in these kind of troubling and difficult times. Having consistency on the board is very helpful. They understand our operations, what we've been working towards, and where we're going, not only, with the COVID issues, but our transition out of Javits and renovation projects. So it's very helpful to have consistency on our board. So I appreciate this.
Thank you so much. Motion.
Motion to approve number 3, appointments A.
Second, roll call.
Commissioner Remedy Agati?
Yes.
Commissioner Chafficanty?
Yes. Road closings, letters A and B, Mr. Genetti.
Morning, everybody. Letter A is to close Turner Road between November 1st and November 6th. This is to enable the Rule Company to pour the Ohio Turnpike Bridge that spans over Turner Road. And letter B is to close Bedell between Western Reserve and Leffingwell between November 1st and 3rd, and between Leffingwell and Berlin Station between November 4th and 5th. These are for culvert replacements prior to next year's paving program out there.
Thank you. Motion.
Motion to approve number 4, road closings A and B.
Second, roll call.
Commissioner Remedy Agati?
Yes.
Commissioner Chafficanty?
Yes. Resolutions, number 1.
Motion to approve resolutions number 1, additions.
Second, roll call.
Commissioner Remedy Agati?
Yes.
Commissioner Chafficanty?
Yes. Resolutions A through F, and we'll begin with our dog warden. Welcome.
Good morning, Nancy. This is an appointment of a full-time deputy dog warden to replace a recently vacated position. So, it's replacement. Thank you.
Thank you. Facilities. Jim.
This is to fill 2 vacant positions to
I'm
help
sorry.
out with the current staffing levels. I don't know if Karen wanted to say.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I did not see her till now. Karen,
That's okay, Commissioners.
I'm sorry. You're welcome to chime in, though. Okay. Thanks, Jimmy. All right, sanitary, Mr. Genetti.
Commissioners, letter C is a resolution approving the 2022 bond form for excavators, contractors, developers, and interested parties wanting to perform work connecting lateral sewers to the Mahoning County sanitary sewer system. Letter D is a resolution of necessity to purchase 8 Ford F-150 XLs from National Auto Fleet through Sourcewell Purchasing Program in the estimated amount of $254,602.32, and to rescind previous 8 vehicles adopted on April 8th, 2021 and September 9th, 2021. Letter E is a resolution approving a moral obligation payment of $3,337.50 to Fireflow Alarm. This was for emergency services on the fire alarm system in the lower building of the Camel wastewater treatment plant.
Pat, I wanted to commend you and your department for acting so quick at Craig Beach. I know it was a big disaster out there and you guys are right on top of it.
Yeah, that was a major break. We lost about 750,000 gallons of water. So it was a major issue in the North Jackson area as well as Craig Beach. We're leaving the boil alert on in the Craig Beach area until the lab samples come back. And it appears that the tower is starting to recover on Mahoning Avenue. So hopefully the businesses have been able to restore somewhat normal pressures.
That's a shame.
Yeah, that's,
Washed out a Wallace Street in Craig Beach as well. The break was so severe that it did undercut the road.
Wow,
wow, amazing.
it's amazing. What
Thank you.
water
Yeah.
will do.
Yeah. It's like a torch.
It is.
Okay, and Sheriff, Mr. Iberis, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. This is a resolution in support of an application that was made to the Ohio Office of Criminal Justice Service for fiscal year 2022, the Ohio Violence Crime Reduction Grant Program through the Mahoning Valley Task Force, and the amount is $100,000 with no local match.
Okay, thank you. Carol, motion.
Motion approved number 2, resolutions A through F.
Second, roll call.
Commissioner Remedy Agati?
Yes.
Commissioner Chafficanty?
Yes. And for good of the order, any elected officials or department heads care to comment? Mr. Jeanette.
Commissioners, may I have the floor?
Yes, you may.
I'll pull up right here.
Oh. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
We put it on
Commissioners.
wheels.
I could have moved it today.
You could have moved it last night.
As,
Yeah.
as some of you are aware, there was a somewhat negative story that came out about the sales tax, and I wanted to correct that. The insinuation that we are neglecting communities or simply leaving communities out is just false. This sales tax is put on to enable the entire county to not only voice their opinion by voting, but to benefit from it. You know, everything that we do in this county, whether it's my department, your department, we all follow the law. The prosecutor's office is heavily involved. The auditor's office is heavily involved in every penny that we spend. So everything that we do is based on the law. So the county owns infrastructure within the cities and villages. We can only spend money in the cities and villages on the county-owned infrastructure, which is our bridges. Within the townships, that's a different dynamic because I am by law the township's engineer. So we're able to aid the townships with road work. So to put a big red stamp that says no roads paved if you live in a city is, again, just putting a negative twist on this. And, you know, this sales tax is here to change the face of our county. We need good roads to not only keep business and bring business, but to enable our safety forces to efficiently get to the calls. If any one of our family members has an emergency, we don't want our police, fire, or paramedics to have to dodge potholes or drive down a road that hasn't been paved in 20 years, because that not only puts them at harm, but it puts the person in need at harm as well. So to put this into perspective, I brought a map of what next year's paving program is going to look like. This is a $2.2 million paving program, and you see a lot of white space in here. There's not a lot of roads done. This is what $2.2 million can do. It's not a lot. What we should be focusing on is in 5 years of a sales tax, this is what we can do. The red are the county roads. The green are the township roads. This is the positive. Everybody has an opportunity to contribute and support this, and this is what we can do. Again, every penny that we spend has to be justified and certified from the auditor. We're not handed a check and said, here, Pat, go do what you want. We have to document every single thing we do. Every job that we have, whether it's state, federal, or local, we're audited to some degree. Mahoning Avenue, the paving project, that's a federal project. The Federal Highway Department will come in and audit our books to ensure that every penny spent was not only justified, but correct. We can't be off anywhere. So this program here, this is state funded, OPWC, Ohio Public Works Commission. They will audit our books to ensure that nothing was done illegally and everything was done by the law. So, you know, to me, it's offensive because for the last 2 months, I've been going every night to township meetings, civic meetings, Rotary meetings, any group that will enable us to come in and present the facts. And I'm big on presenting facts. Everything we do is public record, so it's fact-based. And to have that spun into a negative light is just disheartening. So I just wanted to get up and clarify that. You know, Carol, you mentioned it the other day. Our capital budget, out of our $11 million, we have about $2.5 million that goes into our capital program, which is our construction projects. We have turned $2.5 million into $14 million. Next year, it's going to be the same thing. The following year, 16.6 million out of 2.5. So we parlay and attach grants to every single dollar we spend to try to stretch the program. So when you see this 5-year plan, this is a conservative estimate. This plan is going to be bigger than what this shows because we don't have any grants attached to this yet because it's premature. We can't attach a grant to this because 1, the grants aren't ready to be applied for. And 2, when I apply for a grant, I have to certify that I have the local match, the money to pay for it. So we can't get the cart too far in front of the horse, but this is a conservative estimate and we're getting every county road paved since I started. That's a pretty good plan, considering this is a conservative plan. This plan will be much larger than what this shows. So again, I apologize if I seem a little heated, but it's offensive when people twist my words and put it into a negative light, and that's not the intent of this. This is intended to be positive for the entire community, to make us a better county and make us not only look good, but safer for everyone.
And Pat, I agree with you, and you were at events and spoke in the city. And where that Bon Air Avenue come up at, I have no clue.
I'm not even sure where that even came into play, because Bon Air is not a county road, so I'm not sure.
No,
what's
I
even
don't
being-
either, and I don't know if somebody just threw that out there for the hell of it, but you were in the city, you were two forms. One, I'm very familiar, we're very familiar with both of them. And you had positive feedback from both of them.
Well, the city's been very welcoming and understanding and have asked a lot of good questions. And that's why, in meeting with the commissioners, with the trustees, we feel it's only fair, in order for the entire county to benefit, that the infrastructure we have within the cities needs work as well.
Bridges.
Yeah, we have a lot of bridges that are in the city limits, and I always use Market Street as an example. Market Street Bridge is a county bridge. It's the 9th largest bridge in the state of Ohio. If we ever have issues with that, that's going to consume more than my budget. That's going to be a bridge that we're going to need federal aid on. So, we've done a very good job of being progressive and staying on top of our bridges. We inspect them every year, which we're required to do. We have no roads that the bridge is in such poor condition that we have to close the road because we're in fear of collapse. We stay on top of all of our bridges. They may not look aesthetically the best, but structurally they are sound. And that's I give credit to the previous engineers for always putting the bridges on a high priority list.
So they have been positive. The city people have been pretty positive about this, because realizing that I live in the city, I drive over county roads, I gotta say, every day, if not more than once a day. I'm all over the
Yeah, we're
county.
not trapped in our home and secluded to only our
So,
community.
I just don't know that all that information that went out is just was changed all around. And I can't believe that we have a media outlet that would not put fact or fact over something that's not even correct. So I'm not sure why they did that. I mean, I know you presented them with the correct information. I mean, we were on with Dan Rivers the other day. And Dan is just so positive about this. I mean, and I believe Ron Verb is as well. I mean, this is needed.
And again, if it passes, this is what we can do. If it doesn't, we still have a job to do. But again, to spew out negative information and twist words is just unnecessary at this stage of the game.
Well, and I see, is that Jerry Raschuti that's on, or somebody from KVN?
Yeah, they just came up.
Jerry, are you there?
No, I think he's upstairs.
I don't think so.
Upstairs.
Yeah.
They're just recording.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Anyway,
I
thanks,
appreciate
Pat.
the
Thanks, Pat.
the time, and thank you for allowing me to clarify some of the misconceptions.
Thank you.
You were a bit on the roof yesterday.
Anybody else? Department heads or elected officials care to comment? Yes,
I have one other while I'm up.
sure.
The other day, the Ohio Department of Development through House Bill 168 gave its first project award in Mahoning County. That was to MVSD to aid in the reconstruction of the dam at Meander Reservoir. I spoke to the director. She said there were 60 projects throughout the state, one in each county, that were awarded. There are many more to come. This is just the first round. There's $250 million in House Bill 168 that will be allocated for water and sewer projects. We had submitted our top 10 priority list, which was required by the county engineer to do. We had that submitted by August 27th, which was the deadline. So we're anxiously awaiting to see what other projects get funded, and we're hopeful that the other 9 will get some sort of funding as well.
We wrote a letter in support of MVSD's application, so thanks for bringing that up.
Thanks, Pat. How about our other project?
We had two projects on the county side that fell within the top 10. Southwest Lake Milton was one of them, phase 1 and 2. We have yet to hear. Again, as the director informed me, they did 60 projects. I think it totaled somewhere around 93 million. So there's still 160, 157 million to be awarded yet. So we're very hopeful that the other 9 will get some sort of funding from that House bill.
Did you tell them we would take that rest of that money from them?
I would be
Complete
happy to
Mahoning
take
County
the
for
rest
them?
of that money.
That'd be nice.
We could finish all our projects, then we would never need to bother them.
That's right.
Audrey.
I just wanted to say that everyone should be receiving your newsletters in the mail. We've gotten some calls from the commissioner's office in regards to it. I do appreciate everyone who helped get that out. We were a little late by about a week this year. I had a death in the family, so it made me push a little things back. So I appreciate everyone, the commissioners, everyone that helped us turn that out and get it out. City Printing worked with us to get the job done and get it out in a timely manner. So appreciate, I know it's about a week later than what we normally have, but I'm so glad it got out this week and not next week. Everything that we've done in there. One of the focuses that my office wanted to do is focus a lot of things that have been happening with the commissioners and some of the funding and things that they have done throughout this last year, because there's a lot going on that way. And we want the public to know what's going on too. And that they're actively looking at all the areas within Mahoning County. And that was one of the goals of the newsletter. As far as ballot language on the back, we do that every year. Any levy that's on, we put it on the back up there. It's straight from the ballot language. There's no editing, no adjustment from us. Everything has been vetted by the prosecutor's office, the Secretary of State. We say, as Pat says, we do everything the way we're supposed to, and our prosecutors pretty much make sure we do. So I just wanted to put that out there and thank again everyone who helped me get that out in such a short time frame.
Job, Audrey.
That was very good. Thank you. I gotta thank Joe Valentini from City Printing for getting that. We made phone call, and because they're such good friends in Mahoning County, you know, that he did help us out, and I got mine the next day. I text everybody. I said, oh my God, I got it already the next day. And
So the city went out first because mine didn't come in. You said probably tomorrow.
mine was there.
And Tara, and Convention and Business Bureau, she does a good job cleaning
Oh,
up
God,
everything
Tara's
and making
good.
sure it's there.
Very
So,
good.
yeah.
You know, we have a team in Mahoning County that spans over not only our officials, our elected officials, our directors, our workers, the employees. We have a whole team. And I say this every meeting, and it takes a team to put together anything that we do here, and it takes a lot of effort. I know Audrey and her staff, Nancy, the whole
And Anna,
group, and Anna is on. Karen, I mean, it's, everybody has a piece of everything that we do, no matter what it is, whether it's the sheriff, the prosecutor, the judges, our other directors. I mean, we all have that team. I mean, we don't always agree, but we come together to make something happen. And with these ARP funds, we have shown Mahoning County that we are very, very aware of what's happened in the state, federal government, funding wise, so that maybe through our funding, we can help areas to a degree that fit within the criteria of the ARP funding to help them with infrastructure. And I think the three of us have done that very well, Dave, Anthony, and myself. We have many, many people that have applied for help. I mean, our residents need help, everybody. So I thank everybody that's worked on that daily. And hopefully we'll get through this pandemic. And I say this every meeting. As you see, I bring my mask. I have had my booster. And if they call me tomorrow and tell me you gotta have another one in 2 months, I will be there to do that. It's up to us to protect ourselves. It's up to our employees. They have all the resources to get vaccinated. I suggest to them to do it. I mean, I've had every one of them, including the flu shot. I didn't get sick. I didn't get sick with my booster. I walked out after getting my booster. I went in the car, I drank a bottle of water and took 2 Tylenols, and I was fine. So I encourage that. Be careful, be aware of your surroundings. And if you're not sure when you're going into an event, bring your mask. You know, that's your safeguard to some degree. So that's my spill.
And I agree. Thank God for Tylenol. And that is a miracle. Bill,
Yes.
trust me, it cures everything. Honest to goodness. Carol got her booster and I'm considering getting mine.
I'm
Most
bringing
likely I
him
will.
over to get it. I'm gonna call and bring him, I'm walking him over across.
I had the
street.
flu shot last week and first time I was a little sick, but Tylenol cured it. So I'm kind of like waiting, but I agree with what Carol said, and Audrey worked very, very hard on our newsletter, and Pat, I've been out to a bunch of your presentations. Nobody can illustrate this levy better than yourself. And if everyone in the county could have been sitting in those rooms and listening to the presentation, everybody, I believe, would get it. And I want to thank you for the hard work that you've put into this. We understand what we need in this county. We know the roads are compromised, and you have done everything since you've been in office to fix what you can with the budget that you have. Your budget stays stagnant, but costs increase every time. And to juxtapose those two things, very difficult for a county road engineer. So we're hoping that this levy goes through. We understand city residents drive on county roads, vice versa. So thank you for the hard work, and I encourage people to consider passing this levy for, we can move the county forward like Pat said, so.
Yeah, and you
Okay.
know what, another thing, and Pat was there when I spoke to Dan. One other thing is it's a 5-year levy. So we don't have a continuous thing. It's 5 years, so.
You missed Pat's presentation. Damn it. I can ask him to repeat it, but I'm not in a position to do it.
Thursday isn't so bad then.
No, it was nice. You guys are late, but you're okay.
Would you like him to do it over?
Would you like?
We'll take him out in the hall with you.
There you go.
Oh, that didn't sound good.
Because we're closing out, Jared. Struthers guys understand that language. I'll meet you behind the bleachers. Come on. All right, Nancy, our next
Jeez.
meeting.
Next Thursday, right here.
All right, motion,
Motion to adjourn.
second roll call.
Commissioner Remedy Agati,
Yes.
Commissioner Trafficant.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you.